Stringer.
Thank you. You have to give me a moment to set up. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to give this exhortation of building a success-stream team. And I put it a little, I guess, my part in the success-stream part. Today, our objective is to make sure that we work together as a team to achieve the mission and goals that we need to accomplish in learning on how to build a team. So I'm going to go through some benefits, some things that we can use in building a team, and some action plans and stories on how you can effectively be a leader and be in a team. Some of the benefits of having a team is really we go to the next level of ourselves and of everybody together. And it's so amazing. You just can't do that by yourself. So I put here, the team members, you use your talents, you use your knowledge and skills to push each other to accomplish that mission and goal. And all of this, if you really use your own talents and you see other people's talents in the team, you're going to be able to make more creativity, more productivity than you ever thought before, which is so amazing. It's so great to be a part of a team when you're able to excel your own talents in others. So I put the little picture here. Why are you not a leader? You have to be part of a leader and to be part of a team, part of building the team. When you're at a leader, you're going to be able to devote more time to those leadership issues to see the whole organization. And you don't spend some time on that little bitty details work. You're getting the team to do that part of the work, which is so important. You are giving some other details of that team. They're going to be doing their part. Another person's going to be doing their part. And you're the leader kind of overseeing it. And you see all these talents being built together. This picture reminds me of a story in a movie. Now, I'm not good with movie titles, so somebody might have to speak out and going, oh, that's like Ruby or something. I don't remember the story title. But it's this football player movie that he didn't think he was a leader. And his coach made him be the leader of this team because he knew that this guy had so many talents. He said, you got to, crawl, this is your practice. You got to crawl on the field, have a guy on his back. You know how they've got those push-up guys? They have to carry the guy on the back. Well, he said, we usually do this 10 yards in a practice, right? They have to do this normally 10 yards. But you're the leader. I know you can go 20 yards. And so here he is. He's pushing and crawling, and everybody's cheering on. Go, go, go. You're part of the leader, and you're crossing the line. He made it 20 yards, and they're still going, go, go, go. Can you believe he not only went 10 yards, he went the whole field. So he went past the 20 yards, and when he realized he was so dead tired, and everybody looked at him and was just gasping their eyes and just, out of breath going, he made the whole football field. He can't believe how much that team supported him to make it farther than he ever thought before. And that's the power of a team. Why are you not a leader and being part of a team? So let's put all the pieces together and organizing a team. I always think of this book. I learned this. Book and titles and movie titles get me. I don't know why somebody's got to speak out and remember. But I put this little picture together because it was kind of going on the belief of how you organize a team, the belief in yourself. First of all, someone's got to believe in you. You're all part of this team. We all believe in each other. Your next step is that you believe in someone else. You believe that they're going to do your part, a part of the team. You know, we're all got to work in this together. You're going through the process, and this is part of the organizing the team. And number 3, you are finally reaching that mission and goal, and you believe in you. You finally believe in yourself that you're part of the team and are going to be able to work through this organization. When you first get together, you've got to organize and select those team members. Who's going to do what? You're organizing, you're just kind of overwhelmed and putting all together. The team members they suggest you need to have have some qualities. So you got to be competent, reliable, motivated, enthusiastic, hardworking, intelligent. All be collaborators together. So that's part of, you know, who's going to do what, know their talents in their organization as being selected as part of the team member. Number 2, we've got to review the goals. What are we all moving toward? What is the general goal that we need to work together to? I know here in Toastmasters, we've got to work together and just getting some flyers out, you know, who's going to go where. We've got a goal. We want to get more people here. So what are we going to do? We've got to organize all of that together. Our whole goal is to get more people here, right? So we've got to make sure we're going in the right direction no matter what type we're going to. Number 3, establish the parameters. The parameters might be different between different team members. We all have to agree that there are rules that we all have to follow. We understand that we can't put a flyer, a yard sign out there throughout the whole, all day, every day. We know there's rules between the town. We can't put flyers out on a certain post in the yard. So we know that there's rules in this city. We know that there's rules that we got to go by, and we all have to make sure that we know those rules in the town and what you need to do in your goals. Develop a plan. You know, we don't all move together to that same goal if we don't have a plan to work together. So we need to make sure that we are going to certain spots that no one else is going to, right? We've got to make sure we have a plan. I'm going to go to this store and put a flyer out. I'm going to go to this business and put some flyers out. We need to make sure we have a plan to go to the same direction. It's just little teamwork makes it go so much farther. And then we assign different roles and responsibilities. We all know that we have a part in putting this together, and be responsible for your own part. Don't say, oh, I know they went to that part for me, you know. Know your responsibility and what you have to do. Number 6, establish measurements. This is really kind of where you feel comfortable on what you agree on. Some people might not agree that, you know, just going to put it at McDonald's is really going to get us somewhere. You know, maybe there's a certain place that we need to make sure we have our flyers out that will be more effective than other places. Agree and discuss this when you don't think something is going right. So establish those measurements and always work with the team to make sure we're still going in the right direction. And number 7, the most powerful one, I think, is building that team trust. And this is where you really get to know somebody and know where they kind of stand. This is the hardest part. So always be truthful. If they say they're going to go put a flyer at McDonald's, then be understanding and truthful they're going to put a flyer at McDonald's, right? The members and the leaders are always seen as equal, and you don't need to overpower someone or say that they're better or put someone down. And this is where you build that trust and allow them to do that. And so what the most important thing is, you have to listen. Listen to them and know where they're coming at and understanding that. And of course, the members need to fulfill their responsibilities, and that's how you build trust within the team. I want to read this empowerment principle. I thought it was kind of neat in the way they kind of put this leadership series together. And I know it might be kind of hard to see, so I just kind of put it all in here for you. Working with teams emphasizes how a leader must focus less on what he or she can accomplish as an individual, and more how a leader can empower others to accomplish goals. The success of a leader depends on the ability to share power with others and let them direct their own work. I like that, how we have to work together and understand that they have their own role and let them do that. A leader will be more successful when he or she lets everyone contribute as much as they can. A leader's role is to inspire and empower team members to assume more responsibility, authority, and autonomy. I remember someone told me a story when they really wanted their kid to learn how to mow the yard. They're just so tired of doing it themselves and really need to pass that off to the kids. And the way he did it says, this summer, the lawn mowing is your job. Whatever needs to be done, I'll be here to help, but I want to make sure that you are responsible for this season's mowing the yard. Whatever needs to be done with the yard, needs to be upkept. He passed on that duty to his son. And the next thing I learned was that he didn't do it for like a month. And tall grass grew, and he was like, what happened? You know, he didn't want to say, you know, you need to mow the yard, which is what Dad really wanted to get at. But there was something stopping him from mowing the yard. He's like, you know, something's time, or there was something wrong with the lawnmower, and he didn't have enough courage to say that was what was wrong, why he needed help. So always encourage that empowerment that you're here to help on, you know, different ways, and something's not going right. Be empowered. Train the team is next. We've got to work together and know what was wrong. We got to know where is that lacking, you know, what's missing in the team that needs to be solved. So I love this little picture. You know, you've got all this information that you got to come at you and learn and apply. It's got to go in that head, and you got to use it in the right direction. So we've got to learn how to problem solve that team, going, this is the first step, this is the second step, and so we're all moving in the right directions to accomplish our mission. I love that. How to holding effective meetings. It's just part of the process. We got to know how we do that and what are the steps to do that. What makes it more effective? How do you make it more organized and fashion? What makes people stand out in being straight, we feel comfortable, and things are moving smoothly. Project management is really where you see them in the leadership role. They've taken that information, you train them, and you're starting to see them manage their own part that they are able to do. Practice communication skills is exactly where you see them apply that knowledge that they're learning. They're communicating and showing that experience as they're soaking in all that information, which is really neat. Practice conflict resolution skills. Now you're getting into the deep of how they train the team. They're practicing what they've learned, and it's so neat to see that you've gone through all that knowledge and they made their own team, their own uniqueness in sharing what they've learned from all the team training that you give them. You give them all these books of knowledge and how they're able to spit it back out and help others in the process. So that's neat on training the team. We've got to do that. Foster communication skills. Now we're really stepping into the leadership roles inside our team. I put this little picture together because we all have that idea, maybe that we're all part of the team. We have a uniqueness that something came out, and now we've got to put it into a plan. How can this team work together and plan to that goal? And you don't see it happen until action is made. And so you've got this high morale, and you've got the pride going, and so we've got to focus that on how you're willing to take risk in that action. Some people are stepping back in the team and they're not taking action, and we can't move forward unless people do something. So it's so important that we all see everybody do something in the team, and you don't see that until action is made. And so that's why I love one of my teams called Team Take Massive Action, because you don't see it unless you really take massive action and really expose to see that you're doing something. You have to be willing to change. And when I realized that change was, go back to the previous slide, was on belief. They're finally being able to see that belief in you, that you're able to make that change, and really stepping into that leadership role. Efficiency and resolving disagreements. Now you feel the confidence to stand up to somebody and say, that didn't work for me before, this is the way I need to do it. And be confident in your own way that you do things and be able to work that disagreement out. So I put this last point here. A allow more interaction and bonding, you're able to reach deeper into a person and learn more about them, and you gain more respect and trust in the process as they're taking action and moving forward in the team, which is so exciting to see that happen. The leader's changing role, there's no such thing as small change. When you're taking massive action, there is just a new person that's come out. There's team grows, leader role changes, you've all moved to the same direction. And it can be good, it could be bad, but you've got to accept it. It's part of the change, the process that the team's got to go through. You've started somewhere and you've got to go somewhere because you've taken action. The leaders are more problem solvers and facilitators than a coach. So you see the leaders take change in the action. Primarily, we have to make sure we're seeking achievement. So conclusion, put the top of the dice is success, and the leaders will harness and grow our skills toward achievement. And I want to thank you for growing with me and learning how to become a better builder in your team. Thank you.